This is a very important topic, as you guys are all fully well aware of. Over the past year and a half, I've been highlighting school boards across the country, and I have my top 5 bad ones. That is for sure. And what made that list and what I've been highlighting consistently is right here at home in Rochester Community Schools. And a lot of people always say, well, that stuff's not happening in Michigan. Yes, it may well be. And you have to be involved in your local school boards.
And over the next couple of years, I heard from a ton of parents across the state, hey, look, I would love to serve on my school board, but I don't know how. I don't know what to do. And I said, well, that's the easy part. I can tell you how. So we formed this organization really around getting grassroots parents into that system, because the school board is really the closest thing you have to citizen governance.
And obviously you're familiar because you're helping these school board candidates in Rochester right now raise money in the Rochester community schools and the shenanigans that's been going on over there. Can you highlight some of the things? We're going to show some videos of that school board meeting here in the next few minutes, but can you highlight what happened on Tuesday night to inform people what the policy that they passed?
So this is just absurd. So one of the attempts, going way back to 2012. So remember, way back in 2012, we passed right to work. Okay. And what school boards did at the time was they tried to run in and sign contracts with their unions to bind everyone to be union members, because they knew the policy had changed and would change. So this is very similar to what has gone on in Rochester. So in Rochester, they feel that there's an election coming. There's 5 seats up. There likely is to be some change. Parents that do not like what is going on when they find out. So what they're going to do is they're going to race in and put these things, make these things subject to a contract. One of them that I read about, I could not believe, was that parents would not get the right to find out what is being taught in their schools by contract. If they ask the district, hey, look, I'd like you to know what the curriculum is. What are my kids reading next week? Any ordinary parent, my parents were both teachers, I know this exactly. Any ordinary teacher says, yeah, sure, I want you to encourage a good communication between teacher and parent. No, not here. Rochester, the school board is willing to and signed a contract that said, no, that you're not allowed to tell them that. It's appalling. And that's what now again, for the second time, parents are getting up off their seats and saying, this is unacceptable. Certainly in Rochester, we're not doing this. And we're going to take control of the ballot box. I mean, Carol Beth, who you and I both know, running for office, she's a sweet woman. She's a mom. And she stands up and says, I'm Carol Beth and I'm running for school board at a school board meeting. And they cut her mic off.
Yeah.
And the guy says, you can't talk about this at a school board meeting, which is the most ignorant legal position I've ever heard. He's never read one ruling or law on this to make that proclamation just to stop her from getting elected. You know what happened? She got elected anyway. And now she's bringing friends. And when that happens, there's going to be change.
That's good. Like with the boys using girls' locker rooms and restrooms and men competing in women's sports. I mean, we can go on and on with the insanity, but you can't take away constitutional rights and freedoms of the majority of people for just the rights and freedoms of the small. This doesn't work that way.
And beyond that, it's not good for teaching kids. It doesn't help the kids. If you came in with one of these things and say, hey, this is really going to be best for kids and X, okay, you're going to have parents who go, well, maybe I'm okay with it. But it doesn't help a kid to hide stuff from the kid's parents.